live right now. So wait a second.
First
Where
time.
is
First
a
time.
bully? Yes.
The first time we've seen the endgame bully Friston Os. Looks like I'm guessing they've gone down here as Mero Reverse pick up something onto Zypher. Was at the back of a snipe. I'm not sure what happened there. Mero took down Zypher, so as a duo, they're still pushing forward. Our first place team, they could potentially get an elimination onto Twexy here as well. If they look to the left, he is looking shambles. Was that on the back of another snipe? I don't know what this team is doing right now. I shouldn't say this team. What this duo is doing right now is they're pushing into that top 17 teams to try to get those placement points, as Twexy does. Twexy goes down to the zone, so I think they would have got 2 points for that one as well. Oh, and there it is, the finish right now. So that's it. It looks like they didn't get the knock because we're only seeing... No, there it is, 2 eliminations. Mero's getting 4 points on the board. That will be the difference, I feel like, at the end of this weekend between potentially thousands, tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars can swing in the balance on 4 points. You can't overstate that.
Yeah, this is so big, and the damage that they pick up there too, being a man down, that's really going to set them up so well. And let's talk about the significance. They just took out a team that was arguably giving them a run to the heels, right? Catching up, closing in the gap. So that's not just any team they took out. That's effectively taking out teams that are getting close to them, giving them more chances to continue to dominate here.
That's what you want as well, because you want to keep pushing that leaderboard further forward. Slackjack and Acorn are still in this one. They're still hunting as Saf goes down to Booga right now. So we've got big trade overs. And right now it is Booga, Bizzle, and Clicks have eyes on this team. We saw Zayt, Saf, and Stretch take a really aggressive early engagement against Centered, Edgy, and Commandment. They won that one, but I guess this late rotate has now thrown them off track, as that's big Storm Surge for Booga, Bizzle, and Clicks, who drop at Sweaty Sands. So this is a great zone for them as long as they keep on top of their Storm Surge, and knocks like that are going to be exactly what does it. They'll stop going for the shots there. They're not going to get the finish, but sometimes the Storm Surge means more than the 2 points.
Yeah, I mean, but listen, I felt that one. That one's right through the top of the build. Little pixel clipped off there. And look at this wide shot here to give us an idea. Rise, Trashy playing for a little bit of high ground right there. Ved, XMB, and Leo still alive. Dusky somehow gets picked back up into this game because he was taken out at some point. And it's just giving us all the world here. And, you know, the way things are setting up right now, there's a lot of distance in open field between the two high ground holders, which is Booga and Rise on the other side. But depending on where this zone goes, Booga, Bizzle, and Clicks get a second opportunity at redemption for a high ground, half and half out.
I just saw Ved knock Chap in the feed, who he had a little bit of a run with as a teammate as well. So Chap finally makes it to endgame, and unfortunately we see Reverse go down in the feed as well. So right now it's looking like it's just Mero, unless Mero can try to pick Reverse up, and Mero's gonna have to do it as a solo. As let's see where this zone goes. Let's see how Clicks, Bizzle, and Booga react right now. They do get a decent zone. It's not completely on top of them, but if they can build out towards that, they can easily take the edge of this half-half, which would also give them that first rotating zone potential. They're stalled a little bit. They're being a little bit careful, and that's why they knew that Justice, Goku, and Spegu were lurking. They get the knocks. If they get all 3 eliminations up here, that's going to be 6 points. Cat Mats on a potential high ground for first rotating. This is everything we need to see Clicks, Booga, and Bizzle have a back-to-back victory royale to close out day one. How massive would that be for this team's confidence going into tomorrow after a very quiet start?
Absolutely, and that's what they're doing right now. Look at all the extra metal. The fact that he's able to really branch out there, double it up, quadruple it up, right? Make it nice and wide to give them all the platform that they need. Zayt's gonna get knocked in the feed. Threats is gonna go down, so that's Chap's team getting wiped up right now too, as Skittles is still popping off here, and there goes Dukes on the full finish off. So again, teams getting wiped out, dreams being crushed here, but this is just day one. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, you have pretty much tuned into the last game of day one right here for the finals of the NA East region. Look, it's close at the top. It really is close at the top. And with Reverse2k down and Mero only left in this game, this gives more teams like Jack a chance to actually jump up.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. If you're following the narrative, if you like close games, if you're looking forward to the 6 games we're going to watch tomorrow, this is what you want to see. Our second place team right now as a solo, our first place team as a solo. Our third place team down completely. This gives everyone else a chance to jump up. Looking at teams like Creo, Illust, and Avery, haven't got sight lines on them. Potentially they're still in this. Clicks, Booga, and Bizzle on 8th place right now with a victory out last game can have a huge jump up. Bucky, Kanata, Macwood in there. Game Tahi, Sprite have gone down. So right now, 3 of our teams in the top 5 are either out or solo. That is massive for this leaderboard right now. It is going to shake up tremendously here at the tail end of day 1. It's going to be about who can jump up and take it, because I guarantee whoever gets these points today is going to be sitting pretty for tomorrow.
Yeah, they're going to be sitting real comfortable. As now you hear the RPGs going off. Jack has to make the rotate here. He's going to pop the bouncer. Stretch gets left in the dust there. Jack gets pinged on the way down, and he's down to white health. Digging into those prestigious floppers so early. As a solo as well, you really want those to play that zone nice and slow to yourself. Here, though, with enough material, he's at least stretching his life out of this game right here. Can he find an impact elimination as a solo? That's a tough ask, but it's not impossible.
We've seen a lot of big things happen. We've just broken inside those placement points. Top 17. Every team that goes down now is going to be 1 point until we hit that prestigious top 3, where you're going to get 6 points for top 3, 5 for second, and 5 for first. That's why that victory hour is worth those 30 points, and that's what you need. But if you can clutch on, if you can hold on and get these 5, 10 extra placement points, somehow pull off a miracle top 3 as a solo, it would be huge, as Booga, Bizzle, and Clicks look like they're going to get their momentum slowed down on high ground. I see Booga boxing up right now, going for meds. It was at the hands of XMB, Leo, and Ved. They fought for the high ground. Both teams exchanged blows. Kanata and Mac were trying to do it as a duo as Bucky's gone down.
But
big. I saw DGen, Ages, and Skittles, your pick monster, looking fantastic to make a play for high ground.
Yeah, and they're still going. Look, they're going to find Leo there with the knock. Clicks is going to find Ved. So all these teams, high ground, really lighting stuff up. Teo's still in this, but he just gets knocked right there. And again, it's becoming closer and closer. Somehow, Jock is managing to avoid everyone and staying alive. Skittles is going to find Booga somehow. So that means high ground might not be going with the back-to-backs here.
I think it is. DGen, Age, and Skills are up there right now. They've taken it. They have it. They are there. This is your pick to win it. And they're in 9th place coming into this. So they're on 79 points. They were only 2 points behind Clix' team. So not only is that a big game, and look at that, a top 8 for Jack. That is so many more place points. That's 9 more points he was able to clutch up as a solo. That is huge. Can Kanata and Macwood do something? Interesting to see here. Looks like they're not using the shields onto Macwood at the moment, unless it's just kind of something I'm misseeing here. As Skills, Booga, and DGen, on the high ground, they've taken down Clicks and Booga. They've taken down the team that was on their heels coming into tomorrow. They need a huge game if they want to jump up. Seeing DGen, Age, and Skittles just inside top 10 is an upset. They have the caliber to be in first place right now. With this victory hour, could potentially jump up into that top 5, maybe top 3, as we've seen all of our Titans go down and everyone else is scrambling to get their chance up there on the leaderboard.
And Aegis is still going. Aegis is still going. He's gotten another set of elims. He's just picking up pair after pair right here, connecting. And down to the low ground, my gosh, Kanata. He is also rolling right here.
Oh.
Rocking and rolling with another 2-piece down to the low ground. It's a 2-for-1 special here. And now comes the edits on through. He's scrambling. He's done enough, though. Even if he falls now, top 3 is where you want to be here, as it's all gunplay from up above here. And it should be easy pickings. We are looking at so many eliminations from Agers. My gosh.
How many times have we seen a 3v3 at the end with the last 2 teams, Monster? It's so
time.
Exciting, but unfortunately right now, Snake, Frat, and Polarize on the low ground. This is probably the most one-sided 3v3 we've seen here today.
Oh,
game
man.
number 6 is going to go to DGens, Ages, and Skittles. And what a game! Oh my gosh, 16 elimination victory hour to shoot them up from 9th place to start that game to I don't even know what monster. They must be soaring up the leaderboards with that one.
141 points, 16 eliminations, by far the biggest game we've seen this FNCS finals for this region right here. What a way to really kick off the Day 1 finals.
I mean, at the same time as well, that's what we've seen. The teams that jump up on the back of big performances, but consistency. But I think that's the only game we've really seen where almost no one, I think no one in the top 5 we even saw in the final 5 teams. So the leaderboard is going to shake up massively.
Yeah, it sure is. And listen, guys, that's going to be it from us here at the desk from Monster and Aussie Answers. We call it all the action. We're going to go ahead and bring it home, though, with the desk, though. We got to toss it over to the boys to show us what they got.
I'm back. I'm alive. Thank you so much. Just want to say thank you so much to Ozzy and MDF there, delivering the spiciest, the greatest casting over the action. It was so good, lads. Thank you so much. Lots of love to you boys. What a great way to end the very first part, day one for NAE there. Was it 16 eliminations at the end there? Absolutely spectacular. We wanted to see it. We wanted the action, and we got it.
Yeah, and you know, that's our biggest game of the day by far, 6 eliminations, and going into that, it seemed like Deyy, Mero, and Reverse kind of had that first place locked. They had such a big lead, but they ended up going down in 21st there, so they didn't actually end up performing in that last game, and that's allowed some of these other teams just to absolutely catch up. And going into that final game, so Mero himself, Outsiders Trio, has 27 eliminations by himself across 6 games. Incredible. The next closest is Twexy, who has 13. He has more than double eliminations of anyone else in the entire lobby right now, and I think we're going to see if they're still in first place as well.
I can't wait to see these standings. I think, Vivid, I mean, this is where it all comes down to this. The first half of the final is complete for these guys, and here we are. These are our standings.
Yeah, day one, 6 games completed. Deyy, Mero, and Reverse are reigning FNCS champions, and the day in first place with 165 points, 45 eliminations, and as Reese said, guess who most of those are contributed to?
The big Mero. And you know what? I said the next was 13th. He has more eliminations than every single team in this lobby apart from 2 right now. So, and that would be Slacks, Acorn, and Jack, and DJ and Adrius and Skittles that we have is there. So, more eliminations than the 4th place team, and the same eliminations as Bucky, Canada, and Macwood as well. How is this even possible? Like, this is clearly, it's Mero season.
Yeah, good job to him, and I want to give a huge shout out to Canada and Macwood at the end there. That last game there, they were a duo. They ended up clutching up, I believe it was 3rd place, so well done by them. And then to round out the second page here, Creo, Illis, and Avery sneaking up into that 6th place slot. We haven't really talked about them a lot, but man, they must have been doing really well, flying under the radar, because they have 124 points. Well done to them. And huge shout out to Clicks, Booga, and Bizzle for, you know, coming back and ending the day on 8th place. They weren't doing too hot. I believe they were hovering around the 20th place for most of today. But they, you know, they clutch up. They got that one victory royale, and they ended on 8th.
Yeah, you know, it was a slow start. You remember that game 1, they had struggles with Storm Surge. They ended up going down because of like a tough rotate with that. The next game, we saw them coming in hot with over 1k Storm Surge damage. But then, you know, we saw again kind of going down when they overcommit to height, when trying to go against Slacks, Acorn, and Jack, who just had it locked down. And you know what? Those middle games are kind of tough. That 12th, and a 13th. But after that big victory royale, that's really thrown them up that leaderboards right now into a very promising spot.
Yeah, no, true. We talked about a little bit earlier. Predator, Equits, and Hunt are going to find themselves in the 12th place slot there, which is really impressive considering that they've won switch drop spots in the middle of the day, and then 2 have been contesting like arguably 2 of the strongest trios in here, Scented, Edgy, Commandment, and then Zate, Saf, and Stretch. I'm not sure how they've, you know, managed to go ahead and pick those points up, but, you know, well done by them.
Yeah, you know, they've come out with pretty good eliminations because of this. You know, they won that off spawn. Since they